Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored Blind Reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of Chronix Wolf, who has requested that I react to Llamas with Hats 1 through 12, the complete series by FilmCow. And yes, this is another exception to my usual 15-minute rule for combined videos, because this is definitely a combined video, as the title would indicate with the whole 1 through 12 part. And it is over 15 minutes. But I was willing to make an exception here. Well, basically for all the same reasons that I made an exception for the ASDF films. One, it's not that much longer. In this case, only like 3 minutes. This was even shorter than ASDF film. And for another, this way I can just get done with it all at once. There aren't like 12 more episodes to watch, so this is it. And yeah, then also, much like ASDF film, I think I've seen some of this. I've at least seen the first one. I know I've seen the first one because that was used, the audio from that was used in, Pony Animation back in the day, a Lyra thing, and I definitely saw that. And I think after I saw that, I went and searched for the source material. So I've definitely seen the first Llamas with Hats, but I didn't really explore the series past that point. I don't think I watched any more. I didn't even know there were 12 of them. So I don't really know anything beyond that point. But I'm definitely interested to see it. I mean, because the first one, it's pretty entertaining. I mean, we got like 2 llamas, and one of them is kind of annoying, and the other one is, well, a murderer. There's a dead guy, and the other llama killed him and ate his hands, and that's the Lara one. And it's it's pretty funny, but I'm interested to see what happens like past that point, because I mean, it could be anything. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. And here we go.
Carl, there is a dead human in our house.
Oh, hey, how did he get here?
Carl, what did you do?
Me? I didn't do this.
Explain what happened, Carl.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Tell me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home.
All right, well, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was sitting in my room.
Yes.
Reading a book.
Go on.
And well, this guy walked in.
Okay.
So I went up to him.
Yes.
And I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh, wow.
Love that reaction.
Did you not know that?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong here. I suck.
What happened to his hands?
What's that?
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
Carl.
Well, I was hungry, and well, you know, when you crave hands, that's
Why on earth would you
hungry for hands. Give me a break.
Carl.
My stomach was making the rumblies that only hands would satisfy.
What is wrong with you, Carl?
Well, I kill people and I eat hands. That's 2 things.
Yeah, that's... Well, there we go. Gotta watch out for that Carl. Okay.
Carl, what on earth was all that?
What did you do now, Carl?
You sunk an entire cruise ship, Carl.
Are you sure that was me? I would think I would remember something like that.
I watched you fire a harpoon.
Is Carl just gonna do
dangerous.
increasingly terrible things in each one?
That must have been horrifying to watch.
And then you started making out with the ice sculptures.
Well, thank God that the children weren't on board to see it.
Wow.
Carl, why is the lifeboat all red and sticky?
Well, I guess you could say it is red and sticky.
Carl, what are we standing in?
Would you believe it's strawberry milkshake?
No, I would not believe it.
Melted gumdrops.
No.
Boat nectar.
No.
Some of God's tears.
Tell me the truth, Carl.
Fine. It's the lovely elderly couple from 2B.
Wow.
Well, they were taking all the crescent rolls.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I will not apologize for art.
Where are the other lifeboats?
Whoa, you won the prize. I didn't even notice that.
Where are the other lifeboats, Carl?
Looking at the trajectory of the moon and the sun, probably at the bottom of the ocean. I bet lots of holes in them.
Carl!
I have a serious problem.
You are just terrible today.
Shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of forgiveness.
That's the sound of people drowning, Carl.
That.
Wow.
Screaming and then silence.
Where do we go from here? Like, I mean...
Carl,
Wow.
You're supposed to be on vacation.
I don't know about you, but I am having a wonderful time here.
You toppled a South American government, Carl.
Okay.
Viva la resistance.
You pushed the
Yeah.
resistance leader into a giant fan.
He was a traitor and a
He
scoundrel.
was trying to stop you from pushing other people into a giant fan.
Wow.
Oh, that was a foot. I appear to have swallowed an entire person.
That would be the hotel.
That explains why my mojito is taking so long.
It was horrifying. Your mouth unhinged
Wow.
like a snake.
Wow, that sounds pretty awesome.
I can't go anywhere with you, Carl.
That
Wow.
hurt my feelings.
Why do you still
Wrong.
hang
I wanna
around
go
with Carl?
home. We're leaving.
In that case, I should probably mention that I filled our luggage with orphan meat.
What?
Oh.
Well, I'm building a meat dragon, and not just any meat will do.
Forget it. I'm not even shocked anymore.
Ah, that's no
I
fun.
could
This
tell.
has become the norm for you, Carl.
I'll have to try harder next time.
Please don't.
I feel like I've been issued a challenge.
Carl.
It's too late now. You. I totally don't remember your name.
We've known each other for 3 years. Carl.
What is
What
his
an
name?
impression you've made.
My name is Paul. I
Okay.
said my name is Paul.
Good to know.
I thought you were a woman.
Why would you think
Oh.
that?
Mostly the hat. Are you
Well,
sure?
that.
Of course I'm
I mean,
sure.
it is.
Well,
Yeah.
if you'll excuse me, I have some pictures to delete from my computer.
Oh. Okay. Now what?
Carl, you've tracked mud all over the carpet.
Wow.
That right there's a mess.
I just had it cleaned
Wow.
yesterday, Carl.
I'm not responsible for this. I've been jamming on the saxophone all morning.
They're clearly your hoof prints, Carl.
Then there is an imposter on the loose.
They lead directly to you.
Clue number 1. The imposter is a phantom.
Carl, stop a
I believe. Oh. Well.
Happy birthday!
It's not. Please tell me you had nothing to do with this.
Why don't you blow out your candle?
You've gone too far this time, Carl.
What's that? It's
This
hard to
time.
hear you over the sound of melting city.
How did you even do this?
A dollop of fairy dust. Tag off a mattress.
This isn't funny, Carl.
Who's laughing? Clearly not all the people who just exploded.
I'm leaving. I've had enough of this.
But think of all the perfectly roasted faces we get to munch on now.
What? Why?
Wow.
Because we're friends, and friendship is two pals munching on a well-cooked face together.
That isn't friendship, Carl. That's sick.
Well, then you're probably not going to like your birthday decorations.
Oh.
It's not even my. Oh my God.
Surprise!
Oh.
Ah.
I'm sorry, I thought you liked faces. Obviously, there's a miscommunication.
This is awful, Carl.
You're right, it's not nearly as tasteful as I pictured it in my head.
I think I'm gonna throw. Oh God, one touched me.
This was clearly the wrong way to go.
You think, Carl?
What can I say? I expected them to be cooked more. Raw face is just gross.
But that isn't the problem, Carl. Why would you think any of this was a good idea?
Probably because I'm a dangerous sociopath with a long history of violence.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you keep forgetting that.
And it has to get worse. So, bring it on. I mean, how are they going to continue?
Carl! I know you've done something.
Whatever do you mean?
You've always done something. It's a lovely day out. We're having a good time. What have you done?
You mistake me for some sort of scoundrel.
Carl.
I am a respected member of the community.
Yeah,
To even
yeah.
insinuate.
Okay, Carl. So what did you do today?
Well, let's see. I washed the car.
Uh-huh.
I made a donation to the local Girl Scout troop.
Sure.
I
Okay.
returned an overdue movie at Blockbuster.
What else?
I stepped on a ladybug by accident.
Go on.
And I baked some banana bread for our neighbor Pat. I believe
Okay.
that's it. Done.
That's it.
That's all I did today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Carl, what is that?
I forgot to mention one of my activities. I
Carl!
apologize. That was wrong.
Explain, Carl.
Well, from here, it looks like a weather balloon.
I'm not in the mood for this.
I think it's just a lens flare and some dust.
Just tell me, Carl.
Fine. I may have created a crack in space-time.
Okay.
To collect millions of baby hands.
Huh.
What do you mean, huh?
I think I was expecting worse.
Worse, but this is
Wow.
totally fucked, bro.
I know.
It is.
Time with a nuke and the faces. It's just.
Come on, look at this. How did I even do this?
I don't understand how or why you do anything.
You know what it feels like to be Carl right now. It hurts. Not as much as the babies, but it hurts.
Carl.
What?
Why are there only hands from white babies?
Well,
Oh.
you know, Whitey's got to pay.
Ah.
And the payment is baby hands.
Okay. Well, that was weird. I mean, that wasn't really so much topping the last one as just doing something absolutely bizarre.
Aren't you gonna say it?
Say what, Carl?
That. My name, all offended and annoyed.
I'm leaving, Carl.
What?
I'm moving out.
It's the meat conveyor, isn't it? You never were a fan of modern home design.
It's a lot of things, Carl.
Just let me explain.
Yeah.
Efficiency. Industry. Never before has this many dead bodies been so manageable.
Carl!
I'm the Henry Ford of human meat.
I've already packed. I'm not coming back, Carl.
We haven't even gotten to the big surprise yet.
I'm sure it's very upsetting.
Well, now I don't even want to show you.
Good. I do not want to see it.
Man, you are being a huge beehole right now.
I'm not the one shoving people into a meat grinder.
It's not a meat grinder, it's an orphan stomper.
Gross.
You know what's gross?
Okay.
Your attitude.
Are you serious?
What have I done to deserve this beehole coming out of your mouth?
It's everything, Carl. It's everything you've done ever.
Everything? Even that time I helped Mrs. Bigsby with her garden?
You buried her there.
It's what she would have
Wow.
wanted.
You buried her alive.
She wasn't keeping up with me. As president of the Homeowners Association, I had to take immediate action.
All you do is kill people, Carl.
That's like saying all Mozart did was write songs.
You are completely insane.
Oh, weird. That's what all these orphans said.
Oh.
Is that
Okay.
the surprise?
No.
That looks like a meat dragon. Did you finish your meat dragon, Carl?
I
Maybe.
guess. I guess he did.
It's horrifying, Carl.
Thank you.
Wow. Meat dragon.
Me? Whatever could you be referring to? Oh, the hand chair. I've recently taken up
I don't think
carpentry.
that's Paul.
Now, how would you feel if I called your work a monstrosity? Of course I had to use faces. Anything else would be disrespecting the art. It's called modernism, only I've made it more modern by using face parts of city council members. I disagreed with the election results. I had to take a stand. I'm a patriot and a hero. Fine. If you're going to whine about it, I can sew them back on. I think their bodies are still in my blood canal. Yes, I'm the crazy one, not the people who elected these buffoons. If you paid
guess
any
Paul
attention
really
to our
did
city
move
charter
out.
meetings, you would see it wasn't an overreaction. What are you doing? You're sitting. You never sit. You're always standing, Paul. You're not supposed to sit. I find this very upsetting. You don't even care, do you, about my feelings? Will you please just stand up, Paul? I don't even know who you are anymore. No, you cannot take off the mask. It has to look right when I throw you in the blood canal.
Oh. Well.
Paul, are you home? Ding dong. Landlord, pizza delivery, fire department.
Bank manager, you have an appointment.
What do you want, Carl?
I want to be treated like a friend, Paul.
We're not friends anymore.
Didn't you get my apology piano?
Pianos aren't supposed to bleed and scream.
I guess
Oh.
it was less a piano and more a statement on pianos.
Why can't you go horrify someone else, Carl?
I miss your grumpy face, and the paw mask I made hasn't helped. It's not grump enough.
You made a mask of my face?
Yes, and
Wow.
speaking of which, you might want to avoid being seen by federal investigators.
Carl.
To some, you are now known as Nikolai Spanikov, brutal leader of the Russian opium cartel.
Oh, Carl,
Okay.
I'm calling the police.
Bad idea, Nikolai. And you know there isn't a prison I can't nibble my way out of.
I'm dialing.
I've got nowhere to go. I burned my house down once it had enough swans inside, and I used up the rest of my savings buying the swans.
And whose fault is that, Carl?
Society. Society and the swans.
Always society.
Carl, please. I really gave you every chance I could. I can't do it anymore.
What if I gave you $10 million cash?
You don't have $10 million, Carl.
I buried a large chest of doubloons once. I can go dig that up.
No, Carl.
It was either doubloons or my zoo books. A lot of something is in a hole somewhere.
I'm putting on some music, Carl. I'm not listening anymore.
Zoo books.
Rude.
I'm sorry, flesh me is so ungrateful, Carl.
And after all we've been through, it's scandalous, I say.
You do such incredible things and deserve appreciation.
It's okay. He'll come around. As soon as the swan piano arrives. You're
Okay, well, we're getting creative with it now.
Carl, I can't believe you.
Uh-oh.
Still no
what have
actual
I done this
Carl.
time?
You killed someone and chopped them up, and they're right here on the floor, Carl.
I didn't do that. Why would you think I did such a thing?
Carl, all the blood and the pieces, you murderer.
I think I would have remembered dismembering someone and putting all their bits on the ground right here. That's not the sort of thing I would usually forget about.
Carl, I hate you, Carl. I hate you.
Oh, watch it. Now who's being hurtful? You, Paul. You.
Carl.
Who said that?
It was me, Carl.
Okay.
Yes, Carl.
You came back.
You must finish your work, Carl.
My work?
There is so much to do. We mustn't dawdle.
You said you weren't coming back.
Carl.
Yeah?
Carl.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Carl.
What?
What are you planning, Carl?
I'm kind of just freestyling it these days, taking things as they come.
You're better than that, Carl. You're better.
I am, aren't I?
You're Carl.
I am Carl.
Carl.
That's me.
Carl.
You sure like your yelling.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Paul?
Carl.
I can't see anything.
Oh.
You need to get up, Carl. You're in great danger.
Where are we?
I'll find a light, Carl.
Okay. I don't remember how I got here.
You need to get out, Carl.
It's my gore pit.
You had a terrible fall.
Of course.
Carl.
I think my legs are broken.
You're in danger. You need to get up.
How long have I been down here? It feels like a long time.
Your work isn't finished, Carl. You have so much more
God.
to do.
I don't know if I can move, Paul.
You must
Yeah.
act quickly. Something is down here with us.
That's probably the basilisk. It won't bother us. The stupid thing only eats Chipotle.
It grows closer.
Were you always this creepy, Paul?
I'll go find some rope.
And some Neosporin if you see a tube.
Carl.
I know. It's all laughs with old Carl. Paul? Was that you? Maybe it's my stomach making the rumblies. Hungry for hands. Remember that, Paul?
Yeah, yeah.
Paul?
Carl.
No luck with the rope?
I'm sorry, Carl. You'll need to do this yourself.
Well, that's a bummer.
Carl.
That's not gonna work. I'm in too bad a mood.
Carl.
All right. Oh, hey, how did all these bodies get down here?
You killed all these people, Carl.
Collecting piles of human meat is my least favorite thing to do.
Carl.
I am a rascal, just a no-good troublemaker. That's me.
Okay. Well, this has gotten really weird. Oh, well. His legs are better, I guess.
I guess I'm done.
You must complete your work, Carl.
There's nothing left to complete. It's all gone.
Carl.
I'm done, Paul. Why are you still yelling at
You
me?
must complete your work, Carl.
All the hands are eaten, all the meat creatures are made, unleashed, and then also eaten.
Carl.
Okay.
Yes, it was very upsetting.
I can't do it, Carl.
Do you remember the blood vortex in Paris?
Carl.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Carl.
You know what? I don't even think you're really Paul.
Of course I am, Carl.
I think you're a liar and a cheat.
You must finish your work, Carl.
I'm gonna go find the real Paul.
Oh.
I don't
Where's
think
he
he's gonna
been?
be very pleased about all this stuff I've done.
It's almost time.
Remember the orb thing with all the nerves? It would shock people, then eat their skin?
Yes, Carl.
Paul was going to be really upset to learn I made that.
You're almost done,
If
Carl.
I find the real Paul, I bet he's going to be the most mad at you.
Carl.
Identity theft, that's a felony.
Carl.
Yelling, also a felony.
I don't know about that.
Paul! Paul!
Wow. Let's see how it ends.
Paul, are you home? Paul!
I'm right here, Carl.
No, you're not. You're not Paul. You're an imposter.
Has Paul even survived this?
Stop it!
You must finish your work, Carl.
Paul! Paul!
You're almost done, Carl.
I'm coming in, Paul. I'm sorry if this violates your restraining order, but it's important.
Wow.
Paul?
Of course, I mean.
Paul! Oh,
Yeah.
guess you're gone.
I'm not surprised. R.I.P. Paul. Yeah.
Didn't do that.
Well, there we go. That's how we end this, I guess. No one else left to kill. Oh, God. Okay. Well... the end. Well, that was very interesting. That was a pretty fun little series. Carl and Paul. Carl was kind of a maniac. He did some things. We're not really sure how he did a lot of them, but he did them, and people died. I think most people, if not all. And Paul died, and then Carl jumped off, and I guess he died too. So, very uplifting. But yeah, they got a lot out of the initial concept. I mean, just Paul's annoying whining and over just that seems so like inappropriate for the situation. Just like Carl, and he's like killed people and just, I mean, yeah, it seems like a minor annoyance. And I mean, eventually it did drive Paul away, so that's, I mean, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. And I mean, for the first several, it was just a case of him topping himself each time. But then it just went into weird directions, like just bizarre forms of murder. And then after that, we kind of moved in the direction of Paul just going more and more insane. And yeah, kind of an interesting overall story arc here. Yeah, very because it could have all stayed on that same level. It could have all just been a repeat of the same joke, but no, they took it in different directions and made it a bit more interesting, and it was all pretty fun in its own weird, dark way, and definitely a very dark series, but I enjoyed it. It was it was pretty great. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.